Easter lamb doesn't have to be traditional, does it? Wow, this is going to blow somebody's head off today. Welcome to We Are Flavour, everybody. We are cooking lamb rump with a spicy Thai dipping sauce. Lamb, popular for Easter every single year. I thought I'd do something a bit different, a bit lighter, a bit spicier. I got gifted this book from a lady called Yui Miles. She is Thai Made Easy. The dear Farah, people who love to cook Thai are always the coolest people. Isn't that cute? And then we're going to do these lovely aubergines. Who likes to look at those? It's grilled aubergines with chilli and coconut sauce. And I'm going to do some broccoli as well. So this is my healthier Easter lamb. Let me take you through the ingredients. The lamb rump. Marinated it in a little bit of oyster sauce and a little bit of fish sauce. That's been marinating since this morning. And I've just scored the top. We've got all the stuff for the sauce here. Fish sauce, this is very good, this brand. Oyster sauce here, tamarind sauce. Mandy Yin, she's a Malaysian chef, and she gave me this once when she came over and cooked a beautiful curry laksa. I always find tamarind a bit like, what do I do with it? How much do I buy? Will it keep? Now this is a little jar of paste and it's brilliant and it keeps in the fridge. Palm sugar can come in like round circles, and it's really hard to put, like, you have to kind of grate it in. It's just a pain. So this is really good. This keeps it wet and soft and moist. Coconut oil instead of vegetable oil, because it's better for you. Let's toast the rice. This is jasmine rice. It goes inside the dipping sauce. Toast this until it goes nutty. KHAO is the toasted rice. Easy for you to say. That's not easy for me to say. Coriander, dried chili, lime, onions and garlic. We're going to dry toast them as well. This is a really good coconut milk to get. We've got the toasted desiccated coconut, which I've done already. Just broccoli and some herbs, some coriander and some mint. And then toasted cashew nuts and chili. I'm going to get these aubergines on the go. I love finding new ways of cooking aubergines because they're just so good. I'm cutting them in 3. I want them to be quite chunky because sometimes they shrivel down to nothing, don't they? Coat them with oil. Oh, sugar. The rice. Okay, I've just caught them. Oh, God. A little bit longer. They're not burnt. Thank goodness for that. I think I'm a bit nervous and I'm a bit hot. White pepper. I don't actually use white pepper very often. Does anyone use white pepper? Aubergines are in. Siri, can you set a timer for 15 minutes? How long? 15 minutes, please. This is coming out now. I don't want to burn it. So, here we go. It smells, when you smell it, it does actually smell like popcorn. So, that's good. So, we're gonna smash that up, I think, in the pestle and mortar. You have to toast the shallots and the garlic, and you toast them in your skins. And how easy is that? And the chilies, I've got to toast the chilies as well. Let's just give those a nice toast. Dry toasting. When it's cool enough to handle, then you can unpeel it. If you don't want to toast them like I'm toasting them, then you can put them in foil and put them in the oven. That's making a noise. Let's see what's going on over there. It's looking like it's browning, that's good. So let's grind the rice. Something exciting has happened this week. I've been asked to speak on a panel. It's about my journey into content creation. I've never done public speaking before in my life. This is grounding up really nice. It smells really good. You don't need to use all of it. You can store it in a jar and it will keep. It changes the texture of the sauce, so you have to make sure that you're only putting it in like last minute. That's looking quite good actually, I think. Could do it a little bit longer. Toasty. Oh, that chili's going right down my throat. Basically, with the lamb rump, you need to render the fat. So it's better to do it with the pan quite cold. I'm just cooling down the pan. Garlic's going in. Look at that toasty. That's nice, isn't it? There's my onions. Peel them, roughly chop up, and then we're going to give them a smash. Those chilies will need to go in as well. Anyone been like extra happy this week because the sun's been out? I certainly have. I've ripped up my garden, ripped up the grass. I'm going to be growing herbs, which I'm quite excited about because I love it in the summer when you just don't have to buy herbs from the shop. I just find them quite expensive and a bit like, why are we doing that? This is what it's looking like at the moment, everybody. There's the aubergines. Let's have it. Hey Siri, stop. Just stop.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
There we go. I mean, I don't think they're done. I don't want them to steam. I want them to roast. I think they need longer, don't you? And then go again. And let's put the lamb on. What you have to do is make sure that the marinade is only on the meat side, not the fat side. Otherwise, it will burn. See it here on the pan. Render the fat. That is rendering nicely. It smells really good. Now, let me just give you a little look at that lamb. Oh, it smells good. Oh, no. Sorry, everybody. Didn't mean to tip you upside down. There's the smashed onions and garlic and chilli. That's going to be spicy. They're bird's eye chilies from the Thai shop. I'm going to mix in the tamarind paste, the palm sugar, the lime juice and the fish sauce. Tamarind paste, palm sugar. This is all like really quite easy ingredients. I tend to like to use less sugar. I don't like to use a lot of sugar, but because it's got quite a bit of lime juice in it, you need it to balance out. I made that in a pottery class. This first time I'm actually using it, I think. Right, lime juice goes in, so that's to balance out the, it might need a little bit more, but that's to balance out the sugar. So a tablespoon of chilli, it's quite a lot. This is actually quite spicy, this chilli, so. Let's have a look. I think they're done. Oh, they look lovely this time. What do you think? We're going to turn this over. Just going to brown that on each side. Just watch that sizzling for a minute. That's nice and brown. Now I'm just going to brown this bit. Oh, be careful of the fat, everybody. It does spit everywhere. I think that's ready to go in. And what you've got to do is put it down. Skin's on top. And cook that way. We've got to do the thermometer. All right, I'm going to do it this bit here, okay? This is the most fleshy bit, I think. Set this. I don't know how to set it. Record. I don't know if it's working. It's going to vibrate. Let's hope it vibrates. So coriander's going in. I know some people don't like coriander. You can always use Thai basil. You know, like I always like to swap things in. I also like to use whatever I've got in the cupboards because otherwise things sit in there for ages and then you don't end up using it. I think let's go for a taste. Oh, that's hot. And it definitely needs to be like wetter. Never ever waste lime zest or lemon zest. Like it's such a lovely thing to have. Another tip that you can do if you just find that you're using lemons or limes or whatever, take off the zest and then you can just leave it out to dry, and then you've just got dried zest that you can just add to anything. It always gives like a lovely zing to salads and all that kind of stuff. Put some more lime in because that needs to be a lot looser. You know what? We forgot the fish sauce. That's why. There we go. I knew I forgot something. There we go. Look at that. That looks nice now, doesn't it? We've got to put the toasted rice in at some point, but we're only going to put a little bit on that because I think it's going to thicken up the sauce. There's the lamb. But the thing didn't vibrate, did it? It didn't vibrate. Maybe it didn't vibrate because it wasn't ready. Let me get some foil. Right. Old school broccoli. So I'm going to put that in there and then I'm going to just put a lid on. Add all the sauce ingredients to a large bowl and mix well. Crush these up a little bit, the cashews. I've toasted those already. And we've got toasted coconut, desiccated coconut. I'm quite excited about this. I didn't get any Thai basil today just because the car broke down. We've got coriander and we've got mint. I'm going to leave a space for my broccoli as well. Leave that sitting there resting. All the juices are coming out. That's a good sign. Some of this is for the lamb and some of this is for the aubergines. Put in some of the toasted rice. So I'm just going to put a sprinkle. Let's have another taste. Oh my God, the toasted rice is really interesting. I like the texture. Fresh and spicy and sweet and sour and all the good things. Wow, this is going to blow somebody's head off today. I'm just going to crush these up a little bit. I'm thinking my Sunday lunch tomorrow is too boring now. Well, I'm giving everybody the recipe, so you're more than welcome to mix it up. It's actually quite easy, guys. Nice, we've got toasted cashews that are going in, toasted coconut. Let's put this, right, so let me spoon this on. Don't forget your broccoli. I'm going to run that under cold water. I hate overcooked broccoli. It's still nice and green, which is what you want. Drizzle a bit of coconut milk. Toasted coconut. Here's my broccoli. Let's put a little bit more sauce on there. We are going to reveal the lamb. Is the lamb still pink? If it's too raw, I mean, it's quite easy to fix, right? But if it's overcooked, that's not easy. A little bit of fried onions going on top. So there is my plate of vegetables. The lamb is on its way, guys. There's the lamb. What do we think, guys? Do you think it's going to be pink? Cut against the grain, okay? Oh my gosh, this is lovely. This is just how I like it. I am happy. Look at that. That is a lovely piece of lamb. Look. You could do this with a leg of lamb. You can do this with beef. You can do this with chicken. Like, all of it would work. And look at that. Does that look good? I'm going to put a little bit of broccoli on here. And let's put one aubergine on here. Now, what I didn't do is put some sauce on the lamb. So I'm just going to put some on the side. Goodness. That is so good. I love the sauce. I love the lamb. The lamb is really tasty. And because lamb can be quite fatty, that sauce really cuts through. It's lovely. I love the toasted rice. I love the zing of the lime. I love the spice. It's really, really good. The aubergines have got some coconut milk to cool it down a little bit. Oh my God, I love it. I think I did pretty well, guys. It turned out really beautifully. Plate of veg. How gorgeous is that? What I particularly like having this sauce with the lamb is that it just cuts through all that fatty stuff. So it's brilliant. Easter lamb doesn't have to be traditional, does it? The reason I'm making this is because I'm releasing a video that I recorded this time last year when I was in Thailand. I interviewed these chefs. They have a beautiful restaurant in Chiang Mai called Blackett. I was blind tasting their food and it was so much fun, but goodness me, it was so difficult to guess. And because the man was just a genius. He's like, when you ferment food, it's like it tastes totally different. I'm really enjoying cooking every week, and it means a lot that people come back and watch it. And Laura, I love the fact that you're going to try and cook this tomorrow. So if you need any tips or advice, like I said, get in touch on Instagram, and then we can message, and I can give you any tips if you need any. This is delicious. I recommend you making this. And I'm going to put the recipe on the description. Hopefully, I'll see you next Saturday at 1 o'clock.